My name is Andre Johnson, empowerment expert, and I'm delighted to have the opportunity to impact and empower you with the tools and resources that you will need in order to maximize your employment potential. This CD/DVD series is packed with a wealth of information that is designed to assist you as you transition through your unemployment experience. You see, unemployment is not a joke, and looking for a job is not a joke. There are 8.5 million unemployed people in America. There are three basic elements to the Total Package Seminar Series. They are documentation, presentation, and information. Documentation, your resume. Your resume is the first representation of who you are before an employer ever lay eyes on you. It's important that you present yourself in writing in a first-class manner. Presentation, dress for success. Become a professional magnet that will change the atmosphere in any business setting. Information, your interview techniques, the abilities to effectively communicate the skills, education, and abilities that you have to your prospective employer. As a special bonus for this training series, there's an element that's called survival skills, dealing with stress management. How do you manage the stress in your life as you go through an unemployment transition? If you don't deal with stress, stress will deal with you. Unemployment is not a joke, and looking for a job is not a joke. Don't let what you don't know cost you your next job.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me say it again. Oh, good afternoon. I've been up too early, guys. I'm saying good morning, but it really is good afternoon. I am so glad to be with you on this evening, bringing you greetings from KingCast and from our Go Occupy 21 cohorts here at KingCast. I'm excited about today and all that's going to happen for you, those who are looking for a job, that you ready to jump back into the workforce. We have a dynamic, can I say it again? Dynamic presentation for you on today. And I just want to do my part as the moderator of this awesome things and what you can see coming down the pipe. This is just the beginning of so much more of how we're going to help people prepare yourself for this new thing that's coming down in 2021, getting back to work, getting back to what we would call a new normal. So it is my pleasure and my esteemed privilege to introduce to you guys a very special friend, but not just that, a cohort that I have been working with for many years in this industry, just helping entrepreneurs and helping people build their speaking muscles and build who they are, knowing who they are. But let me do a formal introduction for you. We're talking about none other than Andre S. Johnson. He is a national certified workforce and workplace professional, national certified and workforce institution. For over 20 years, he has been the voice of the authority in the workforce facilitation and training industry. Now, he brings great information. I want you to get your pen, get your pad so you can take copious notes. Andre Johnson is a motivational speaker. He is a motivator himself. When you get off this presentation today, you're going to be ignited. You're going to be excited. You're going to be enthused to go to the next, to know your worth, to know what you're looking for. When you go to your next job fair, you're not going to be looking for a job. They're going to be looking for you. Andre is going to prepare you for this moment and for this time. So without no further ado, I'm going to introduce Andre Johnson, and he will introduce his guest that he have with him on today. So guys, go ahead. I want you to press like. I want you to press share. Everybody needs to hear this message that he's going to be sharing on today with him and his guests. So go ahead, share it. It's going to be great information. Tag. If you have questions, we'll be posting those at the end of the screen, at the bottom of the screen. And don't forget, we do have a special offer for those individuals who are on here, and it's absolutely free. You're going to be able to join Andre Johnson in an exclusive private mentorship program that he is igniting for everyone, and we're going to tell you how you can participate. You will see it at the bottom of your screen, but with no other further ado, I want you to put those hands and those hearts and all that together and welcome my friend, my brother, Andre S. Johnson. AJ, are you there? Andre,
I'm here, Michelle. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Absolutely. I just wanted to say thank you and Kingdom Cast so much for allowing us the opportunity to utilize this incredible global platform to help millions of people. And the panel of guests that we have, I'm humbled to have some of the most brilliant minds on the planet when it comes to having a heart and passion for people and knowing what tools and resources that they need in order to help them to assist their family with survival. Everybody know we're going through this pandemic. They're right on the cusp of individuals getting vaccinated. We're here in the Houston, Galveston area council area, which consists of 13 counties. We're dealing with the largest leading when it comes to unemployment, one of the areas pretty much around the country. And right now, with the vaccines getting ready to come out, in a couple of days, the state will be opening up to 100% capacity. And a lot of people are going to be looking and anticipating with bated breath what's their next step when it comes to finding a job. And 3 years ago, a team of us pulled together and we put together a package that was virtually content, and it was already packaged and professionally ready to send for people to participate. But at that point, we were talking to one of my colleagues, and sometimes people are not ready for the way technology is getting ready to come. But guess what? It's better to be prepared and not have the opportunity than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. That prepared us for such a time as this. So now, for the last 12 months, everybody has been totally engaged electronically, virtually, through town halls. That's what this is. This is a virtual online town hall job fair preparation summit. And what I'm going to do is I want to pull some of the experts. People that know what they're doing, they're documented in their industries, in their niche markets, in their niche population of people, and they have literally grassroots been on the ground helping people to get back on their feet, to get back employed, to get their energy, to get their enthusiasm, to get their encouragement back. And I think the best thing right now is to help people to be able to find a job. We've put together content that is done audio, video, workbooks in 14 different occupation fields, and it's already translated in 3 different languages, English, Spanish, and Vietnamese. But what we want to do is we want to use this platform to do the training, so you'll know resume writing, interview techniques, making career decisions. We're going to back in it where we'll be connecting with employers. It will be employer driven. So we will be able to find out what the needs of an employer is, and we will be able to put the population of people that will be what they call quality referrals to those employers. That's what will bring the added value to the employers. We're going to show them how to package themselves online, how to use their phones, how to use their computers in such a way, whereas when they're attending a virtual job fair, they will know exactly what to say, when to say it, how to attract different employers. And just imagine, instead of you spending, let me share with you for about 2 minutes how much it really costs to attend a job fair. And this is where my heart is. I've done over 2,000 seminars. I've attended as a speaker hundreds of job fairs. I've coached thousands of individuals in how to get a job. I don't know how to cook very well, but I think when it comes to the job fair and the workforce market, I think I kind of know what I'm talking about, being a national certified workforce professional as well as a job seeker professional. The cost of a job fair, just imagine, use your imagination. It's Tuesday. The job fair is this Thursday. Your dream job is this Thursday morning. You're anticipating going to the job fair. If you are, and job fair starts at 9 o'clock Thursday. What time do you have to get up if you are a female to get ready for this job fair for your dream job? Probably about 6 a.m., right?
Yes.
To get ready. I didn't even mention if you have children that you have to either get off to school or you have to pay a babysitter for. But let's just monetize it so you'll understand what the value of the virtual job fair is. You have to put $10 or $15 in your car to go anywhere in Houston, Texas. Can't put $5 in your car anymore. You won't be able to get back. So let's say $10 to $15 in your car. Let's write that down. That's $15, right? You're headed to the job fair. You stop at McDonald's. You say, let me get me a breakfast croissant, whatever you want to get. That's $2 to $5 with a cup of coffee. Now you at $20, right? You go to a job fair, it's that ideal job. It's going to be at a major venue. Probably going to be at a convention center, maybe at a stadium. Do you know when you get to that stadium, it's $10 to park? Add that $10 to the $15 you just spent. Now, you as a consumer has just spent $15. Okay? When you go to the job fair, you spend 2 hours at the job fair. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to a job fair? When you left, what did you get? I'm going to wait a second. Nothing. Probably a false sense of hope in no employment direction. Because only 3% of people that walk in there know exactly what they're looking for. How long did you stand in lines to just give out a resume? How long did you stand in line? You gave your resume, but you weren't that polished on your presentation pitch because you only get a few minutes to be able to make a lasting impression on that employee where he's going to put your resume in the keeper stack or in the trash can stack. Now you're getting ready to leave the job fair. You already spent $25, right? That's money you had to spend just to be a part of this job fair. Now, let's say you ran across one of your girlfriends, or one of your colleagues, or one of your buddies, and they said, hey, let's go to Outback for lunch. You can't tell them you're broke. So you go to Outback because they told you to network, right? And you get something on the appetizer menu, another $10 with some water. Now you're at $35. Multiply that by 5 job fairs a month. You just spent over $150 going to a job fair with great intentions, but what is the return on your investment? Watch this. When you go to a big job fair, ladies and gentlemen, let's say if it's at the convention center and 4,000 job seekers attend. Most job seekers go alone. They don't go in groups. That's 4,000 vehicles at $10 cash per vehicle. Somebody just made $40,000 in 2 hours. Cash. I'm in the wrong business. I'm in the wrong business. And do you know nobody complains about it? That's I don't know money. At the end of the month, you say where my money went, and you say I don't know. Well, I guess we're gonna bring on first Miss Allison. Miss Allison Booker Brooks is a teacher's teacher. She's a trainer's trainer. She's a mentor's mentor. She understands people. She's helped hundreds, thousands of people in the population, especially with females, showing them how to get their lives back on track. And when talking to her several years ago, employment was always one of the main factors. How can we help them get employed? And that's when we came with this virtual content and this virtual model and said, let's give it to the masses. So, Ms. Allison, I want to thank you for your professionalism and everything that you've done to the industry. Can you just tell the audience, what do you think the value of a virtual preparation for job fair and the value of a virtual job fair would do after this pandemic for these over 30 million people, 1 million people here in Texas alone, where we can help people from all over the globe? What do you think that this value will help the people?
Well, thank you, Andre, for inviting me this afternoon. It's funny, I think we were talking a little earlier that, you know, we had this vision for this virtual platform. Gosh, it's been 4 years ago.
Absolutely.
And like I said, people weren't ready for it, but we saw that it was going to be something that we knew people would need it right then, because what we were finding oftentimes is that our clients, you know, working in the nonprofit sector, our clients don't always have the money to be able to get to a job fair. They don't. And so we had to figure out, how do we bring the jobs to them? How do we prepare them so they're ready to present themselves to a potential employer? And so, I mean, okay, transportation is an issue, money's an issue, but now you have a pandemic on top of that as an issue, because you can't go to a lot of places. You can't even walk in anywhere to even apply for a job or go to a job fair, any of those things, because, you know, everything, you know, is closed down and you can't meet people. So right now, I think that if we use this virtual platform to be able to give people access, absolutely, I think we're on the cutting edge of something, you know, and I think that people really are going to utilize this virtual platform. I think the preparation, I think, is the key. It's one thing to show up at a job fair, but if you haven't prepared for the job you're trying to nail or trying to catch, then it doesn't matter. So the opportunity to be able to actually have classes for them to attend virtually, and we're not talking about, hours and hours of time. You're talking about snippets of time that people can go in, get the hard facts, being able to learn what they need to learn, create their elevator pitch, so that when they get to where they're going, they can go in and shine, and they're going to shine differently because they've been prepared. And to be able to sit and do that in the privacy of your own home, your own time, and you can make it fit. I know people that will be doing this, okay, they got kids at home, during the daytime. This platform is not a platform where you have to do it between the hours of 8 and 5. You may be doing it at 2 o'clock in the morning when you can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? You're learning information and being able to go in and retain information when the kids are asleep, the husband's asleep, whatever. The opportunity for people to use this platform, I think, is going to be great. And I think you could have not been more timely.
Well, I want to just thank you, first of all, for helping to package the virtual content, and your expertise and your brilliant mind of thinking outside of the box and not being afraid to step in and take a chance and say, let's just do it. And she mentioned 3 years ago, again, when you're preparing for something, you don't know why, but right now she's talking about the content. We have video already available. Imagine if your does not change with the virtual content, because everything you're doing, you already have access to your phone. As a matter of fact, I didn't use my computer today. I wanted to use my phone just so I can show a job seeker this is how simple it is. But if we have someone like a Scherill that has a background in the staffing industry, she has a background in the workforce industry, she's trained, she's coached, she's mentored, she's helped people to find jobs. She's referred people to jobs. She's hired. She's as an employer. I wanted to have an employer here that not just employed for a company, but employed for an entire industry. I'm talking about one of the most largest leading industry, healthcare, possibly in the world. And right now, as big as healthcare is and what's getting ready to take place and what is already taking place, she has the background and the know-how. And what we're going to be doing, one of the elements is, Miss Allison was talking about the elevator pitch. We're going to show individuals how to package a pitch. We're going to show employers how to download 2,000 or 3,000 pitches already, so they can be able to go through this funnel in their own leisure. It can be on a Saturday. They're in the pool with their kids. They're watching. They're on their phone going through a hiring list of people. You've only done the hard work one time, but we're going to let the system be able to duplicate everything that we're doing. And again, we'll be available 24 hours, 365, because of the digital content and us be able to recurring different seminars and different our content. It will make it easier and accessible for anybody to use it, from a high school kid coming out of high school to a PhD that's trying to find a position as a superintendent for an independent school district. The game is still the same. The rules have just changed. And right now, unemployment is not a joke, and looking for a job is not a joke. But we want to be professionally prepared to present to you some of the leading people. And one of the persons we have is none other than Scherill Willis. Her background is very extensive on the employer side and the nonprofit side, as well as the profit side. So Scherill, you give us the take on the value as an employer. How valuable would the virtual content platform be, and how do you and other employers, colleagues, be able to use such a platform?
Absolutely. I thank you so much for the opportunity, Andre Johnson. It's a blessing to be here. Let me say this to you, ladies and gentlemen. He is absolutely right. Unemployment is not a joke. Looking for a job is not one either. I remember years ago, they told us that it took a village to raise a child. Let me tell you this. It takes a village to help you find a job. You better tap into these resources, because it is so true when they say what you don't know. They used to say what you don't know won't hurt you. That's a lie. What you don't know will hurt you, because here's what I need you to understand. You have people that are relocating, especially to Houston, from all over the United States. You are not just competing with the fresh college graduates. You're competing with people who have said, you know what, I want to make Houston my home. And then you got an individual like Andre Johnson that says, let me give you the know-how. Let me give you the tools and the tips to get where it is that you're trying to go. And here's the deal. At the end of the day, knowledge is power. It was so profound that Miss Allison talked about you being able to get online 24/7 to tap into these resources. So often people have great skills, but they don't know how to market them. So often people have the best of intentions when it comes to moving forward in their career, but they have no idea how to do it. I'll never forget, it was an opportunity where I was doing some interviewing, and I had a lady that said to me, you know what, if I could make $13 an hour, I'd be doing good. She said, I've got these kids, I got all these bills, and I just need this opportunity. Then I had another lady who had super fantastic skills, but guess what? The skill set was really pretty much the same, but it was how she packaged it. And she made it clear, I will not accept less than $21 an hour. Guess what? Employers tell you on purpose, we don't discuss pay. That's because you're going to get real upset when you find out that the girl sitting next to you makes $7 more than you. And it doesn't mean that she's better than you. Doesn't mean that she's more qualified than you. She isn't even more educated than you, but she knew how to package herself. She knew how to sell her skills. She knew how to present the employer the solution to their problem. And that's what's fantastic. When Andre says, you know what, let me give you the answers to the test. Let me give you the solution to the problem. Because guess what? Your livelihood depends on it. You say, Scherill, I want to be able to have more food for my family. I want to move into a nicer neighborhood. I want to drive a nicer car. Well, let me tell you something. You better get the answers to the test. And it's exciting that Andre Johnson says, hey, let me give this to you. So I think this platform is going to be super duper exciting. You better take advantage of it, because I'm going to tell you this here. There may come a day where Andre say, you know what, I'm going to take my riches and move away. But until he does, we're going to take advantage of what it is that he's bringing to us today, because it's some good information. He's got some good people that are going to be in store to give us what we need. Don't miss it.
Scherill, I want to just thank you so much for your background, your heart, and your passion, because you've dealt with hurting people for many, many years. And as a young man, being able to be very in tune with the hearts of people and help people to get their careers and their lives off the ground, you've done an exceptional job. Scherill asked the question that most people will take the job here. Well, how much are they paying? Well, my question to them is, how much are you worth?
Yeah.
See, if you don't know how much you're worth, it's hard to negotiate. That's a chapter within itself. This book titled Unemployment is Not a Joke. Now it's a PDF file that we just give it to you. So you can have it word for word, step by step, what to do every single day. And we're showing people how to prepare in 30 days or less. It's going to depend on what you're willing to bring to the table. And like Miss Allison said, being available 24/7, you can be in the gym right now with your headphones on, learning how to do your 1-minute commercial. Andre, I'm getting ready for the job, but I don't know about salary. We'll show you how to go in and use, because every industry has an industry standard when it comes to salaries. You just have to know where your skills, abilities, and expertise line up with that salary component. Then you should know how to effectively present your skills and ability in such a way where they will see your value. See, once you already know that you understand the industry standard for a certain position, and you know that your skills and abilities and expertise can bring you to an agreement that you both can be comfortable with between the range of this number and this number, ladies and gentlemen, that's not magic, that's memory.
Absolutely.
Because when you're interviewing, you're nervous. So we're going to tell you some things and give you some resources of how to practice a 1-minute commercial. My name is Andre Johnson. My background is accounting. I have 12 years of extensive background in the accounting industry. I'm proficient in Microsoft Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, QuickBooks, and Peachtree. I have the ability to effectively communicate in a multicultural and a multi-generational environment. I have a passion for working with people, but my overall goal is to assist your company with increasing their bottom line profit margin. Again, I want to thank you for this opportunity to interview with your company. If you have any further questions, I'm now open and available to answer them. And you say nothing. Because the 5 people that just had a chance to do the same thing, they fumble all over the place. So when you get your value and you know that your industry and you know that your skills and abilities and expertise, we're just going to tell you how to create. You can meet this person on the elevator, you can meet them anywhere and be able to give them this piece, this pitch, and then we'll show you how to elaborate on it through your resume. Is your resume digitally ready to go now? Do you have the keywords that they need that will connect you with the industry? Because Scherill was sharing with me about industry jargon for the medical industry, where you're looking at one position on a job order. Now, every time you see a job that's open, that's called an order. I want you to think the job order is like a plate of food. You need to match what they're ordering, just like you want the waiter to bring you back exactly what you ordered on your plate. Now, what would happen if they bring you back the wrong order to your plate? You don't want it, and you're not going to pay for it. But what would happen if you order something at a restaurant and they give you exactly what you need with the extra things that you need without you asking for them on the side? You know what you're thinking already? My tip got to be bigger. Because this person is giving me a quality of service that's impeccable. The better the service, the bigger the tip. So you try to ask for the money. If you present it properly, the tip is already in their head. We're going to show you exactly how to do that. And being in the background, many people on all levels didn't understand that part. So, Ms. Allison, when you're talking about people on different levels, and I know you've dealt with people that never had a job, never been educated, to people that's on the top of their game when it comes to needing, I just say a job, just employment, or a contract, or whatever the case may be. They might be need just an entrepreneur. What is it that you think the value would be for people to really understand how to package themselves and how to have access to information, whether they're on the track, whether they're with their kids, whether they're in any city, in their car, it doesn't matter. What do you think on all levels, how that could tie in with everybody that's needing it?
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's like about being prepared. And once you prepare yourself and get ready to present yourself to whoever the employees are, and I think what's most importantly to know the employers, know who you're looking at trying to get a job with. Don't just you can't walk into a job fair and just apply for everybody that's in there. Some people don't meet your qualifications. It's not about you getting a job, but it's about you trying to further your career, and you have to be able to pick those people who are right for you as well. So this whole process is being able to prepare yourself all the way around. Don't take the first job that's offered to you because it may not be what you want. You get to choose what you want to do and who you want to work with. Don't settle for the fact that, oh, well, I'm out of a job. I really need a job desperately. That's fine. But if you just go in with the mindset, I'm going to take the first thing that comes in front of me, you set yourself up. Really, really take the job. Looking for a job is a job in itself, right? Being able to actually come up with all the processes, learn about yourself, preparing the pitch for yourself, and being able to actually go through the learning process before you even step into the door of a job fair, whether it's virtual or not virtual. All the things you need to do preparing for that prior to is work. And so if you're going to put in the work, if you want to go out and get a really good job or a really good career path, put in the necessary work. And this gives you an opportunity to use this virtual platform to put in the work, put it in whenever you can, on your own time frame, whenever you want to do it. And you're right, you got people, maybe they have a job, but they're trying to change careers. Well, if you're working a job 8 to 5 every day, you can't get on the platform doing 8 to 5, right? So if you're talking about a job fair, you can't, it's not kosher to take off in the middle of the day to go to a job fair when you got a job already, because then you're doing a disservice to the employer that you're working for. So the opportunity to be able to use this platform, being able to do your job search, do your preparation at times that's not your traditional time, I think is going to be key. It's going to be key for those people who are working your minimum wage jobs, those people who have been working forever. But guess what? Skills are kind of rusty, you're a little dusty, you got to dust them off. You need that, that extra pump to be able to get you back in the job market. Well, here's an opportunity for you, and those people who think they're really skilled at interviewing and getting jobs, that kind of thing, it's never too late to learn something new. I guarantee you that in this platform, they're going to learn some new stuff about, how to do this thing. And the other thing too is that, Andre, if you are some of the presentations that are being done and you are the presenter of the presentation, you alone going to get them hyped. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, you just want, once you come in and you start talking to people and you really start to engage them and they can call in and they can, get assistance in being able to hear not only virtual, but also have the opportunity to be able to speak to you or speak to one of your team members, live. That's going to give them the extra boost they need, because everybody that's part of your team, we all get it. We understand it. We know what's important. We know that you got to give people that little bit of extra push to be able to get through, because trying to maneuver this stuff is hard. And, people got, COVID fog. They're tired. They're tired of being in the house. They're tired of being locked up with the kids. And I don't have a job, and I need food, and I need my bills paid. I need, electricity about to get cut off. You got all these competing things that's happening in the community that's not keeping you focused on what you need to be able to do in terms of this job market. So being able to use this platform, get you focused, get you ready, put you one ahead of other people who have not used this platform or who don't know anything about it. You're giving them a step ahead, and I think it's going to really, really give people a competitive edge.
Well, I want to thank you, Ms. Allison, because one of the things that we will be doing, we do have we do seminars that will be totally at no cost, and we also have seminars that we'll have a little bit more intensive, and we have a membership. But one of the things I've always wanted to do is just do it live to the masses. And I remember a young lady told me about 10 years ago, she said, Andre, you need to package it. You need to package that seminar, whatever you just did in that back room back there, lives will change. People were moved and people were ready to go. And at that particular time, I didn't understand, but I listened. And a young lady named was Scherill. And from that point on, I took off and I started saying, we have to have, that's when I first wrote my book. And then I started the DVD and the CD content, and then the workbook content. And now, 10 years later, we're ready to hit it to the masses, but we will be doing live videos that they can recur and re-listen to, but we'll be going full blast, just like as if we was in the audience of 5,000 people that we've done before. But I want to just thank you for your encouragement, and you've attended those seminars. What do you think the seminars can do for people now that it's live to the masses in a platform such as this?
You know something, I'm going to tell you something. In order to change your life, you got to first change your mindset. And one thing that I can say is anybody that taps into and tunes into what it is that you are selling or are doing is going to change their mindset. And sometimes when somebody can just help me think a little different, not only think a little different, but one of the things you said earlier was you talked about being able to speak the language of the employer, to have the answers. Again, I go back to the answers to the test. It allows me what I need to get where I'm trying to go. I'm going to tell you something. That applicant tracking system is no joke. APS. Okay, when you get ready to apply for these jobs, you got to have, sometimes you only get one resume that you're able to put on that job platform to apply for several different jobs. Andre's going to be able to show you how to get that resume set up in such a way that employers know that you are the one to call. You don't want to miss these seminars. You don't want to miss this information, because the thing about him is he's not talking about what happened yesteryear. He's got relevant information, practical tools that you need to get where it is that you're trying to go. The stuff Andre's telling you about is not what he heard about. This is what he knows about. And I say to you, these seminars, if nothing else, is going to change your mindset. It's going to give you that food for thought that's going to take you to your next level, that's going to catapult you in such a way that it's not only going to change your life, it's going to change your children's lives, because they're going to look around and see, you know what? Mom, Dad, they've been listening to those videos and they have a different fire about themselves. Now they have a job that they love, not just one that they go to because they have to, because they were able to tune into these seminars, into these webinars, and they're going into the job that's paying them more than they thought they would ever make in their life because they had the practical knowledge, they had the tools, they had the information, they had the answers to the test. So, hey, and then I got to go back to Miss Allison, and it's 24 hours a day. Hello, somebody. So
it's going to make a huge difference. I'm excited about the millions of people, especially the Houstonians. I think I heard Carl Davis in the background of my headphones. Carl, are you on the line? I thought I heard him in the background of my headphones. Maybe not, because Carl works grassroots on the ground level with a lot of people within the community, and he understands how people are hurting in the community, especially for lack of employment on all different levels. But if he's not on board, we're just going to close this out with a little bit of information about what's the next step. The next step is we're going to be sending a link out via Facebook on KingCast TV. On this Saturday, we will be doing our first and no cost job fair preparation. So you'll get an overview of everything that we will be doing, and you'll have access to content that will help you start navigating your journey. Because what we want to do, we really want to help people. When these employers start saying we're hiring, we want you to know how you're going to be able to package yourself, because competition is stiff. People are competing from all over the world. This is just not for Houston, Texas. This is people think about the people just graduated from high school that need a job. Graduated from community colleges just during the pandemic. People that graduated from colleges with a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a PhD. People that's coming out of incarcerated institutions. Business owners that have to go back to work because their businesses closed down. They have to make it happen and leverage their skills. All these people are going to be in the pipeline vying for different jobs. My question to you is, will you be ready? Our job is to prepare you for the next level of employment. And we're going to have a team of experts in various industries, employers. We're working on an employer pipeline right now, but our value is we want to know what do the employers need so we can navigate with our job seekers exactly what lane to be in. So when you do go to attend a virtual job fair or a brick and mortar job fair, you already know who you need to talk to, what position you want to position yourself. Because there's a few things that I want you to think about. Number one, I want you to think about your purpose. On the job, what is your purpose for that? That job owner want to know, who are you, why are you here, and why should I care? So in other words, how can you help them drive revenue to their company with your skills? Not only is your purpose, but you want to prepare. After your preparation, you want to present in such a way where you can operate at your elite best. And they will be already looking at a position that you can apply for within the company. And as a result of that, you will profit from the work that you have prepared to do. Again, profitability is going to help you and your family. That's when the salary negotiation comes in. That's when your ability to leverage your skills and be able to get paid what you're worth, not what you have to settle for. But if you've done your research ahead of time, so they're getting ready for the stimulus. They're getting ready to roll out a big package, $1.9 trillion. Individuals going to be laid back, kind of Kool-Aid for a minute. But guess what? That pipeline of employment is what everything is channeled for. See, we want you to prepare for it right now. So when you get ready to come out the pipeline for your employment or for your job or for your business or for your project or for your nonprofit organization, we want to prepare you. Again, Les Brown said it's better to be prepared and not have the opportunity than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. But lack of knowledge and ignorance is expensive. Let me say that again. Information is powerful, but lack of knowledge and ignorance is expensive. Just say, I don't know. I pay more for what I don't know. So we want to make sure that you know when it comes to you landing a job, landing your ideal job, that we have professionally prepared you for such a time as this so you and your family can profit. So in closing out, Miss Allison, how do you want to close out to our guests from your professional outlook on job preparation and virtual platform?
So, Andre, I just want to say that I'm super excited. I hope that people take you up on using the platform this coming Saturday. I hope everybody who's listening heard, or if you don't need it, pass it on to somebody else. Somebody needs it. And the fact that, I'm going to repeat it, you said it was free this coming Saturday, the job preparation. So, please pass this out to people so they'll be ready and prepared, because like you said, looking for a job and unemployment is not a joke. And working in a nonprofit, I'm out here at Northwest Assistance Ministries, and I see people day after day who come in here who don't have a job, who are hungry, who don't have food, who don't have electricity. They're having all these other things that are going on, and basically all they want to do is work. They just want a job. And so you can rest assured that we will be sending out an email this afternoon to my team and my staff to say, get your people who need this on the line so they can see this presentation for themselves on Saturday so they can be prepared. Preparation is key.
Thank you so much, Miss Allison. Scherill, how would you want to close from your professional outlook?
You know what? I'm like Miss Allison. I'm excited. I'm excited because you know what? When there's a party going on, you better join it. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the party that you want to be a part of. If you're ready to take your life to the next level, you're ready to get that ideal career, you're ready to live the life that you didn't even know that you could live, you've got to tap into this, because sometimes it's just about getting the knowledge that's powerful enough to take me to my next level. And I think that's going to happen. I'm with you, Miss Allison. I'm here at Wesley Community Center, and I too am going to send out information because I need as many of the clients as we have to get tapped into this, because this is good information. Andre is not blowing smoke, but he's giving you what you need to take your life to the next level. I know 2020 was hard. 2021 does not have to be as hard as last year was. If you're ready to turn it around, I suggest that you come on, be here, be a part of this, and you better tell somebody. When you know about something good that's going on, you're supposed to tell everybody you know. Send out a text blast, an email blast, however you need to do. But you better blast it from the top of the mountain, because this is some good stuff. It's time to take your life to the next level. If you don't get to the next level, it's because you didn't want it. But it wasn't because the information was not available.
Thank you so much, ladies. It's our passion, desire to help people. A little bit of background, because a lot of people want to know what is the credibility. Well, I've spent over 20 years in the workforce industry. I've worked for the largest leading placement agency around. If you're in the Houston area and you know anything about workforce solutions, that is the driving force for the Texas Workforce Commission. I was honored enough to be able to work as one of their lead facilitators and trainers, where I was able to train individuals from all walks of life how to find a job. And we were actually able to package on our own, after leaving the industry, how to literally make it happen in 30 days or less through content. National Certified Workforce Professional and Workforce Expert. So when you're talking about helping individuals, that's all our mission and our purpose is to do. So again, we want to thank our guests on today. On Saturday, we'll be getting ready to roll up our sleeves and show individuals exactly what they need to do and how to do it. We'll present this platform where you can actually be able to. We want to help nonprofits that have individuals that need a job. They'll have the platform available. We want to be able to help individuals that's in the political arena, that's trying to get their constituents and trying to get their areas, their cities, their states back on the ground without a lot of cost to the consumer. All they got to do is click a button and they'll be able to chime in. They'll be able to get what they need, because we'll have different portals for different industries, for different levels. We'll have one for executives. We'll have one for mid-level management. We'll have one for individuals just coming out of school. We'll have one for just for college graduates, how to turn your degree into money. Because when you graduate from college, you say, well, I need to get a job. They don't teach you how to find a job in college. They teach you how to get an education or a degree or certification. They'll say they will assist you with job placements, but that doesn't mean they will give you a job. So what we want to do is, again, we want to thank everybody for this opportunity. Thank King Cass for this platform, Occupy 21, all of our constituents. We want to thank all of our partners. Again, thank you, Miss Allison, for your expertise. Thank you, Miss Scherill, for your content and expertise. It's been a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andre Johnson. It's been a pleasure to be able to serve as your moderator today, along with Michelle Harden. Again, God bless you. God bless your families, and God bless America. Thank you very much. And you guys have an awesome rest of your Tuesday.
Thank you.